Laughs for de Low Presence, Cut the Ish podcast, hosted by Mike Jones.
On the beat.
Hey, what's up, good people? This is your boy Mike Jones back at it at the Cut the Ish podcast episode, I think 9. I think we got 9 now. Took a week off last week, but we back at it today. If you haven't already, please share the live. And if you haven't, subscribe to your boy YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Last for the low, all one word on YouTube. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting. Chiming in, all the good feedback, positive feedback, and all of that good stuff. If you feel like making a donation, man, your boy Cash App is scrolling across the bottom. So let y'all go ahead and do that. Without further ado, I'm going to bring my co-host on, the king of Vallejo. Give it up for Jarrell Park.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, boy, it was hot as hell today.
Bruh, yeah, this heat, man. This heat, I ain't even got no words for it. It's just
It's unbelievable.
right. It don't make no sense how hot this bipolar weather is. It's like 107 degrees this week, and then mess around next week. Maybe some thunderstorms and some stuff like that. So
Man, 68 degrees.
You know, but it was like this. I don't know if you remember when Tommy T's had when they first started doing outdoor shows.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Gary Owens had came, and it's crazy that he coming this week and it's another heat wave. But he came and he did like 5 days straight, bro, and it was like triple digit heat every single day, and it was just like, come on, bro, like Are you serious? Like really? And then the next week, I think Tony Roberts or somebody came the next week, and then it was like super cold and windy. So,
I remember that. I remember you was telling me about that. Yeah. Gary Owens, he had to cancel them shows if it was me.
he kept at this fool one show. This fool had one of them little kid pools on the stage with ice and water in it.
Yeah.
But I was about to say, yeah, man. I hope everybody taking hydration serious, because this heat can kill you.
Man.
Make sure you
115 in Fairfield today.
Oh yeah, I seen that, bro. Like, man. I mean, but then Fairfield, y'all area ain't no stranger to like triple digit heat. Y'all be flirting.
No, I'm not Fairfield. I'm Vallejo. So.
But y'all, I mean, you in that area though. Like y'all flirt, you Vallejo, no?
I'm not in that area. No, don't do that.
Vallejo flirt with 3 digits. Look.
Hell nah. We be like 80, 85.
Man, it'd be like when a heat wave slide through there,
we be 98.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be flirting with that good. But when it say 97 in Oakland, bro.
Yeah. Y'all lose y'all mind. Y'all know niggas don't know what to do.
When it's 75 degrees in Oakland, we got on shorts. Like,
man. I remember, what was it, like a few years ago? We had a heat wave and it was like 100 in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was hot like, man. The Warriors parade was off the hook, bro. Like it got up there. It wasn't no triple digits, but man,
it felt like it.
I was like, "What if you come around the corner with these buses in the next 30 minutes, man?"
You catch the highlights on ESPN.
So,
man.
I'm about to say, I don't know if Rach is gonna get on tonight or not, but just gonna switch it up a bit, man. And we've been all over the place with our comical shows.
Man, boy, up and not even up, just down. Down
So
here a little lower.
So every now and again, bro, I'm gonna take a pause break, and this will probably be a condensed show, but just like just have a like a mental health check in, because contrary to what a lot of people think, like comedians and people like we real people, we deal with death, we
Fuck
deal
yeah.
with financial issues, like we deal with all the stuff that everybody else deal with. And I think one of the hardest things, like a lot of people don't really understand, like how hard it is, or like the really exactly what it is, how hard it is to deal with everyday life stuff and still get on stage and be like, despite what I'm going through, I'm still gonna make these people laugh and them have a good time.
Man.
Because a lot of
Hell
people, when
yeah.
they come to a comedy show, y'all come in to get away from it's a stress relief. Let's just call it for what it is. And that comic relief that y'all get, the person that y'all get it from, a lot of people, like, they don't really understand like what that person may or may not be going through. So, but it's kind of just like the same things like pro athletes got to do when they got to block certain things out, you know what I'm saying, to still perform. Like Dion just lost his grandma this weekend and still had, and his school dealing with like no water in
Oh
Mississippi.
yeah.
Yeah, and they still had to go out there and still perform. You know, they finally got like national televised games and stuff. You still had to deal with all of that adversity. So I was like, I'm gonna take an episode, because you never know. Like, somebody might watch this, and then whatever me or you might say, like what we do or did to deal with adversity, might help them from, you know what I'm saying, going off the deep end. So every now
Hell
and
yeah.
again, I think I might try to do this every time we get up to like 10 episodes. Just have like a mental, you know what I'm saying, just check in. So my question
Hell
to
yeah.
you is, what is it that you do when you know you got to perform, but you dealing with you dealing with X, Y, and Z, but you still got to go out here and make people laugh. So what do you do to mentally prep yourself to still go out and give the people a good show?
Definitely prostitutes. No, I'm, get a prostitute, wear her out. Nah, I just man, I don't even know how. I just try to not think about it. Like, I mean, it's easier said than done. I feel like, all right, if I'm down, all right, I know somebody else is probably feeling the same way I'm feeling in there. So if I could change their, they mood, get them a laugh for at least 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then they come up to you and be like, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, that helped me out. I was feeling it. That shit helps me with my, what I'm saying, with my sanity, because it's like, damn, I could change somebody's whole mood with a joke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So me helping somebody else mentally is what helps me mentally.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm kind of the same way. I just I don't know. It's just I mean, it's I think that's a gift to, like, to be able to. I do the same thing. I block out whatever I'm dealing with, and I just, have some, like, even if it's like 5 minutes before the show, it's just like, man, I whatever it is that I'm holding on to, or whatever, I just completely block it out. Don't think about it, and be like, I'm about to go out here and give a good performance. And then I guess the satisfaction of being able to block out whatever you're dealing with and still putting on a good show is when you get those people that come up to you after the show and like, hey, bro, you was hella funny.
Yeah.
Or this joke, or you hear, like, that's another thing when somebody, like, when you hear somebody repeat one of your jokes. I think somebody I was like tired as hell, even just doing the little intro that I do at Tommy T's when I'm not on stage. Like, one day I'm just tired. I'm like, bro, I'm tired. And I still did, tried to put out the same energy. And then I went to the gas station one day over there, and then somebody repeated the stuff that I be saying before the show start. And I'm like,
that shit do me feel like hella good. You're like, oh, this shit, motherfuckers really listen and love this shit.
Right.
Remember that shit, yeah.
I remember we had a conversation a long time ago. Like, I think we was talking about life, just talking about life and stuff. And that's another thing people don't really trip off for being a comedian. Like how we do be having serious conversations.
Yeah.
Like, contrary to what people think. And I remember you was going through that one time, and I was just like, bro, like, don't give up. You got to keep pushing, because you never know, like, what opportunity may come, or what, you know what I'm saying, or you might miss because you didn't go or you didn't perform. And it's like, man, you know, life is gonna happen to you no matter what, whether you on stage or off stage. So you might as well give it your best, give it your all, you know what I'm saying, so you don't mess around and miss out on an opportunity that could probably or possibly change your life. Now, it's like easier said than done because it's hard. But I think as a comedian, like if you really actually if you really have a sincere like passion for making people laugh, then that's gratifying too when you get on stage and you get the laughter take you away too, even when you're on stage. Like when you hear people say like the energy y'all get as comedians give back, like, man, that's true. And so the energy, like the people, like if their energy is up here, then it make you want to match the energy or one up it, man. And it really like it's a high. And a lot of people they don't know what that they don't really know what that feel like. But I say for people that aren't comics, like you got to find that thing that you do that can give you that type of feeling, that give you that feeling of not worried about what you're dealing with, or what, you know, it could be listening to music, could be going for a walk, it could be, you know what I'm saying, watching your favorite TV show, putting on a favorite movie or something. But I mean, as far as mental health go, like I know after we done did shows or whatever, and I done got, you know what I'm saying, because you know it's stressful even putting together a show. So
that's why I only did it a handful of times, but hell yeah.
And I mean, just trying to make sure everything is on point. On top of dealing with your personal issues, it's like, man, people don't understand, like, you know, how much that can affect somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like before you go on stage, like Corey Holcomb had to just. I don't know if you heard about the
with earthquake.
Earthquake, yeah. And he like, bro, like I'm about to go on stage, and he hit me with this right before I went up, and now it's like, you like this is in my head. People don't understand like how strong, like how much your mental like plays a role in what type of performance you give or what type of energy you have. I remember I'm not gonna call no names, but my boy that opened up for a major headliner, and the dude is funny, like but I'm not gonna name no names because he really a partner for me, but he ended up getting booed off stage. He got booed off stage, but he was like, you know, when I had talked to him, he was just like, dude, I was dealing with so much stuff. I was dealing with death and dealing with this. And I said one wrong thing, and then I just didn't care. But my mind wasn't. He was like, I was physically on stage, but my mind was still dealing with X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? So, that's so the ability, like a lot of people, I hope the people that watch this, the next time they go to a comedy show, like you really appreciate like the effort that the comics is giving, because you don't know what the comics is dealing with. And I mean, let's be real, on our level, like we basically doing it for peanuts. So
man, gas money and a snack, huh?
As high as he ain't even getting that. Like, so
man.
So it's like, dude, like, you know, we put on these shows and stuff, man. It's like that bothers me too. That's one of the things I be having to let go. Like, you put all this effort into pushing shows, and then you sitting there counting people that's coming in, or you start thinking about the people that said they promised they was coming.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna catch the one. I'm gonna catch the next one, niggas. Like,
hell yeah.
Oh, like, but
that shit comes in the territory.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Just, you know, as being an entertainer, like you gotta block that out of your head. You know what I'm saying, before you go on stage. And I don't think people like. I think you really grow on professionalism when you can really go out and rock your stage. And I've seen some headliners that struggled or came out and be like, I should have had more. You can see it, like, even though they don't say it, like you can see it on their face, like it should be more people here than this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then they don't really give a good performance. And then I've seen some comedians come out and be like, I don't care if it's 2 people or 2,000 people, I'm a rock it. Like,
hell yeah.
I mean, to be able to have that ability. But I think for most people, like I said, man, dealing with mental health, I mean, as a comedian, one of the gifts that I think as a comedian we're dealing with mental health is you can take some of your adversity and then you can turn it into a joke and laugh at it. You know
Yeah.
So, and it's honestly kind of therapeutic, bro. Like, like I said, like half of my one of my sets is about growing up, basically growing up poor, and I thought it was cool until I got like I thought it was normal. A lot of stuff that I thought was normal, I found out later in life that it wasn't really normal, but it was only normal. It was normal for a poor person. But,
but for like the real world, like if you out there, man, like there's certain meals that I eat still to this day that I thought was just like what everybody else eat.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but they had chicken for dinner with chicken, like
plate of chicken. Yeah. Chicken and chicken.
Yeah, go get a piece of bread, 2 drumsticks.
Yeah. That shit used to really hit the spot though. You know what I'm saying?
Or grilled cheese with some Kool-Aid. Like,
man, noodles and hot dogs. Nigga. Like, you know? Nigga, like, that shit is a real meal, but other people like, oh, y'all eat that? Yeah, nigga, you don't. 35 cents a pack. I thought everybody was eating it like this. Bore ass hot dogs too, not the good ones, not the ballparks. The bore ass, man, them motherfuckers.
I was about to say, but we've been rocking for a minute. And I think another thing that people need to do, like when you're dealing with mental health, like I think a lot of people fall into depression, like if they feel like they're a failure, or they not where, like they not where they think they should be. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be financially, just in life. And it's like sometimes instead of focusing on where you not, just reflect on all of the places that you've been. And sometimes even as a comic, like when I had to
but
that,
you know what fucks that up? I mean, you know what makes you feel that way more? And I realized it because I be fucking up. I call you about, I didn't talk to you about certain shit. I feel like I should be where I'm at, but social media will make you feel like you're not where you should be too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Not knowing, you're gonna be where you're gonna be at, and when you get there, you're gonna be there on time. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't pay attention to it. I learned you have to block that out too, bro. Like I'm looking at the count right now, and it's like 3 people that's actually chiming in. Shout out to those 3 people. But as soon as the live ends, I'll look at how many views, and immediately it'll probably be like 60 to 100 views. People actually logged onto the thing. So it's like, okay, people, like you can't put too much stock into social media. And like I said, like instead of focusing on where you think you should be, sometimes you just need to stop and just reflect on where you came from and where you've been. I'm like, bro, like say myself for example, like of course, like if comedy could just pay all of my bills and all of that, man, I'll be like, yeah, man, that's what's up. So it's really quick, like I'm broke now, but I've been
hella broke. Like he kind of was like, whoa, shit, I'm just broke.
But like I was saying, bro, like only been in the comedy game for 4 years, bro. 4 years and 4 years ago, but I wouldn't even consider, and don't even consider myself a comedian now. But within 4 years, it's like, okay, I'm chasing after this bag, but within the 4 years, I done met so many celebrities that I can't even keep count.
Yeah.
I didn't, just the whole price was in here. I wish I would have known this was the time before I washed my eyebrows.
Just talk like this, like it's hot. Oh my God, it's so hot. Tell what you got to tell us.
But yeah, I mean, but like I said, dude, like one of the things that helped get me out of a rut, instead of focusing on where I'm at, I just reflect on where I've been. And when I reflect on where I've been, how many people can say within like 4 years, like they bumped head or rubbed elbows with all of the celebrities that I just kicked it with. I can say there's got advice with Guy Torrey. Shout out to Gary Payton. Flame was cool. I just go down the line of all of these comedians, Tony Roberts, that have said TK Kirkland, sat down and had conversation. Recipes, Pop Witherspoon, like bro, I'm sitting here and like Bernie Mac was like my idol, and I'm the setback, and I done met 2 out of the last 3 remaining kings of comedy. One of them is like, bro, you gonna make it. So it's like, I don't know. A lot of people, like, when you focus on something that like a level that you're not at, and you find yourself getting depressed. It's like, man, look at the level, and it's like, bro, like, not everybody, like, a lot of people want success, but they don't know how to enjoy the process.
They want that instant.
Yeah, like, you want the baby without the labor, and it don't work like that. So it's like, when you learn how to embrace the process and stay strong and committed throughout, then you're gonna be successful. And I already told myself, bro, like, I ain't got to be the funniest dude in comedy. I'm not even trying to be the funniest dude in comedy, but I can outwork a lot of people in comedy to get me in a better financial situation. You know what I'm saying? Just based on my work ethic. So as long as I stay committed to that, and then you hear the stories like Ryan. Shout out to Ryan Davis, man. I had a conversation with him. He was just like, dude, like, you kids kept putting out content, and then one of the videos went viral, and then after that it changed. My boy Dave Butler that I just had on here, he was like, his roast video, it wasn't even planned. He didn't even plan for it to go viral, but he was like before his video went viral, like, he'd get booked for gigs, and some he'd get paid, some he didn't. Once he went viral, he said it ain't been a gig where he ain't got paid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, all it takes is take one.
Take that one.
Yeah. So if you got to stay mentally strong enough to put your mind in that capacity where you like, well, like, I don't, and like right now, like, I feel like I'm past the point of no return as far as like how much growth, how much development and energy, time, and effort I done put into being a comedian and a producer. Like, I can't stop now. Like,
hell yeah.
I'm not going to sit up here and warm up the seat for somebody else, and then be sitting here like, man, that's what I was going to do. And then somebody else came in, you know what I'm saying? And now they living the life that I wanted. So, but
they kept working for it, and you stopped.
I was about to say I wasn't gonna do an hour long today. I was just gonna do a quick 30. But if y'all not doing nothing this Saturday, we got that big old East Oakland, West Oakland, North Oakland is going against 3 teams from San Francisco. And then I think we got the East Oakland women's team going against the San Francisco women's team too. All that's going down this Saturday at
15 degrees.
Hey, yeah. I'm gonna be out there slinging ices, bro. So,
hey, man, better make $100,000 on ices.
Hey, I'm gonna try, bud. So look, I'm about to go pick up some styrofoam cups tomorrow. And a bag of Kool-Aid.
We'll freeze them tomorrow. The candy lady, the little ices and the little ass cups.
Yeah, right.
Hit 100. Raise the price to $8 a cup.
But it's gonna go down. But it's gonna be a bunch of people there. So they're expecting people that's running for mayor, a couple of city council members. I think it's gonna be over 1,500 people there. So it's kind of a big deal, bro. Like,
shit, hell yeah.
I mean, they first asked me to play in it, like when it first started, and I was like, "Nah, I'm cool. Let me make sure it's safe."
Let the first few of them go by just to see how it is.
Yeah, but then I played in the last East Oakland versus West Oakland game in West Oakland. It was cool. Had a lot of vendors and all of that stuff out there. A lot of entrepreneurs. So, like, if you're not doing that Saturday, free entry. It's gonna be some vendors, some local vendors and stuff out there. Like I said, some city council members and all of that good stuff. Supposed to be the police chiefs, fire department, all that. It's gonna be a gang of people there. But I think this is probably like one of the biggest things going on in Oakland since the festival. So it's supposed to go down. I know Fab was playing with North Oakland. So expect to see him out there and a couple of other people, man. It's about to go down. So, yeah, and then by chance, we might have a show. I'm debating, pushing for it. They got a weekend open, Halloween weekend. So I'm debating. I'm gonna try to get us. Should I try to get us a whole weekend or whatever?
Man, you might as well make a Halloween show, nigga. Tell them at the end of the show we have a costume, little.
Yeah, I was thinking something like a costume karaoke or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sitting here thinking if we got 2 months that we can either try to get a day or the entire weekend and really fill that thing up. So,
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because the weekend, like, it should be easy to do weekends because motherfuckers want to get out and do weekends.
Right.
Motherfuckers want to get out on a weekend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then it'd be have like a little party or something, Halloween party too. So
they did one last year. They did one last year, but it was so last minute. But it still was a cool little turnout.
Yeah. So motherfuckers will come.
Yeah. And I already talked to Gary Payton, so he was like he'll back it up. You know, he can get him in there as a judge or something, have a little competition.
Hell yeah.
So yeah. I'm about to say, well, we might end this one at a 30-minute thing, man. We'll bring back the funniest videos and all of that stuff next week. Next week, I might have I had tapped in with Lance Woods. I know his birthday coming up. Try to get him on here next week. I was gonna have McGriff on here, but he wasn't able to make it tonight. McGriff, he traveled with a lot of people, bro. He just put on his own movie on Amazon Prime. Cheaper to keep.
You have to check that out.
Yeah. So shout out to them. We'll end up having them on here, if not next week, in the real near future. So got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Shoot, man, nah. You know, just hot as hell, man. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, everybody stay hydrated, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it with the walk-off video. If y'all haven't already, man, share the live. Subscribe to your boy YouTube channel. Late Night Mike with Mike and the King of Vallejo, episode 9. We up out of this thing.
There you go. Hey, I'm gonna do it for my nigga I just met right here, y'all. My mind's telling me no, but that crack, y'all. That crack keeps telling me yeah.